It's open to debate. Naga manuhan debate kuri sabi na. It's just a personal opinion. I did not defame the GBs. Why did the issue get diverted? The issue is not about me, Joel Naga RPP president. Iteto mohan Naga majode jagara kore ase to itia. Mohala unity to break korishi to. To non-indigenous asoguli to tahala union la membership olai dibi na to. Once again, we extend you our warmest welcome. I'm Joel Naga, President of RPP, and on my right is the Vice President of RPP, Vito Zhao, and our Rising Youth President, the Youth Wing of RPP, Jokoy Chuzo. Today we have called this press conference regarding Taluktar issue as well as the Shogos notice, the so-called Shogos notice given by the GP Union Dimapur. Let me continue in Nagamis. For weavers, ite duita issue ase, very crucial. Ekta issue ase taluktar issue, GB of New Market. Aro ekta issue ase, ito show cause notice dia laga. To ito issue duita tu mohan aji clarify kuru munja ase. Tate my first directly issue na hage de moi aro ekta to the points moi ko munja ase. Moi khan Naga manukhan British na hage de even before India got independence and before statehood. British khan Assambra aigina Naga Hills te 19th century de ahatam de. Ki huishe they identified Khel leaders and village chiefs. Aro itu Khel leaders or village chiefs kange taihan GB la title dishe. And till today the GBs are the custodians of Naga customary law and tradition. Ite tak itu kurina aya ase. The GBs were kings in those days. After statehood, Village Council Act came into being. And what happened was, itu village council kangi empower korishe, aro the GBs in the villages are part of the village council. And therefore, village council again they have certain powers. For example, petty cases like theft. Inigate, village councils are empowered to take fine, levy fine, or even expel the thief from the village. Idu system do ite bi chuli asde according to Naga customary law. To ite town de ki hoya ase, town is not the village. Town de police ase, administration ase, DC ase, town de municipal bodies ase, sanitation sai ase. So I'll just give the example, narrate the example of the village thief. Judi ekta colony de ekta chor ke dhuri sheguli to Naga customary law that are applicable naido. It's the police who will catch the thief, and it's the courts who will sentence the thief, whether to be jailed or to be fined. So that customary law is not applicable in the town area or urban area. It was in this context when I gave an interview to a media house some few days back. Itula context mui kotha koi dakisito. Mula personal opinion, town dito na thakile bhal hobo urban areas te. Itu aro hulibi mui again I said it's open to debate. Naga manuhan debate kuri sabi na. It's just a personal opinion. Itu debate kuri sabi aro bhal hulilubi bhal nolubi. That's the whole idea. We are living in a democratic country. We are not living in communist China. And therefore, I also gave my opinion as a citizen of this state or this country and as a Naga. Because the issue is not about RPP. This is a Naga issue. So, mula opinion ekta dishe, aru mui GPs kan, aru civil society organizations kan gibi kwato debate kuri sabi. To tate mui iku goldi kurishino kwa na ito Naga manuhan jane de, mula interview de. I did not defame the GBs. Mui tahange biya kotha kwa nai. debate kore sabi koala kotha ase to. Then all of a sudden, in the print media, in the in the visual media, show cause notice, 14 days deadline, ito la kotha ai ase. To moi as a RPP president or as a party, moi GB Union Dimapur khan ki moi ko mun ja do. Why did the issue get diverted? Kili issue divert kurishe. The issue is about Mr. Taluktar, who is apparently a non-indigenous person looking after Naga customary laws and tradition. GB Union Dimapur Laga President Mr. Hukto Tala interview ta nijo kushido. Taluktar is a non-indigenous person. The issue is not about me, Joel Naga RPP President. Ite to mohan Naga majode jagara gure ase to itia. And the issue is getting lost. At a time when all the Nagas should be united as one, irrespective of political affiliations. Mohan sob ekta milap kurina. Taluktar issue dekina tackle kuru bole. Inega time there. GB Union issuing show cause notice will be 14 days deadline will be. Iniga there time there. Mohala unity to break kodishido. So who is going to take responsible for that? Who is going to be responsible for that? GB Union is squarely responsible for that. Itia Taluktar kotha de. Taigi do koi Again, we go on this na. GB Union Dimapur ba kuishe, tangla president bra. Itu mando to non-indigenous as. To non-indigenous asa gulu to, tangla union la membership olay dibina to. First. Second point, show cause notice dibina taige. Show cause notice digina, give a representation to a district administration. That Taluktar is a non-indigenous person and he cannot be the GB of New Market. GB Union han itu kurishna kora nai. Itu nukuri gina instead muige show cause notice de ase. Itu kila matlab ase. Is this the way to debate issues? Is this the way to have discourses? Again, go on, this issue is now harai jashitia. To mohan bhi question kuru paru to. To iniga asa boli to GB Union to Taluktar ke protect kore ase. Mohan bhi question kuru paru to. Judi itu question sab mohan bhavna kurishi guli to. For having diluted the Taluktar issue, then mohan bhi ko pare to. GB Union Dimapur should apologize to the Naga people. Mohambi ko pare to ito. Holibi, as a political party, as a serious political party, we don't want to engage in all those games. We want to tackle the real issue. Ito ekta. Aro, secondly, again, it was an opinion. Itu opinion de ite debate bishi chuli ase. Itu GP ek Dimapur town de, for example, ekta colony de rengma GB ase. All the Naga tribes, their customary laws are different. There is no codified Naga customary law. Sub tribe different customary laws today. To itu rengma GB ekta colony tala customary law applicable hobo. As it is, customary law is not applicable, but hypothetical situation. Judi hushi gulibi. Where all the different tribes are living. 15 Naga tribes, they are different communities. Ekta tribe la customary law itu colony applicable hobo. Practical no hito. And so this is the reason why, and based on these reasons, I said, is my opinion that there should be no GBs in Dimapur town or urban areas. Ito Naga manuge ito clarify kuro munja asde. Moi kan kun lu de jagara gura bi noy. Holi bi clarify nideshe guli to there will be much confusion, and we don't want this confusion to prolong. And this is the reason why we have called this press conference. Ite ekta moi khan laga Nagaland de moi bar mula press conference mula interviews bi kudishe. Nagaland is facing the threat of illegal immigration. To ekjun manu taluktar nishna tai kiman residential proof certificates issue kuriyan thakibo. Thousands upon thousands. Idu residential proof certificate loi kina apni driving license pabo, trade license pabo, apni Aadhaar card pabo, apni bank account khulibo paribo, apni indigenous, apni ST kan sob pai jabo. Aru idu documentation to apni pai shiguli to you are already an Indian citizen. This is the reason why Nagaland de system checks and balances nahi do. I'm not only to blame the GPs. The district administration is equally culpable for issuing certificates to people of doubtful ancestry. Tai kut pra aishin asne, tai outsider ase, bahar manu ase. Holibi SDO civil or EAC to aina colony check rule no to. Colony to GP kamar check kurbu to. They are authorized, they are empowered. To iniga time de so manu mon IBI koi. Holi so manu had the documents asudo. They even have Indian passport because of those documents, of those residential certificates. To IBI go to dhurubo. Aro itu to khali taluktar ekla nohobo. Mohala GB khan. Especially town de thaga khan. Ki tahan bi they are equally culpable. And not only them, even the district administration properly verified nukune kura kiman ase. 2015-16 de Assam de NRC registration kura dam de. Assam government Nagaland laga birth certificate issue kura hundreds, if not thousands. Nagaland pathai shi to. Itu hongi verify kuribi again. These are doubtful. Holibi itu issue harai ishe. There are 3 districts in Assam where the Dimapur district administration does not accept any documents from those districts. Karimgam shibe ekta asde. Duita district mu power she. Dimapur district administration accept nukuri documents itu area laga. Itu district khan laga. To issue to man nagor asdo. So basing on those facts and figures, I said itu GB in urban area to la thakile bhalo hone ki koina itu ko asdo. So let the rest of my colleagues take over.
In the first place, GB association kanto union kanto show cause notice laga meaning to na jane show cause notice ko aise bola. Moi kanto tahan laga employee no hai. Show cause notice to employer ba hai, employee ke show cause notice kore do. To kotha kuribo kore to kotha kurile bal asile. Publicize kore dise, public kore dise. Agere ko isna muhan laga president. Tai personal opinion share kurubole bi, if we have to take the permission, organization, association, union kan laga permission loi gena hai opinion share kurubo lage koile do ami kan kote jabo, ami kan kot kinaga age de jabo. Idu kone show cause notice dia laga do ile do ami kan kagos bi pa nai. There is no written show cause notice served to us. Ami kan kagos bi pa nai. social media আৰু print media পৰা ওলা লাগাহি আছে ইটো গনে আমি কান তো ইটো তো we take it as a non issue বলিবি এতিয়া কোৱা নিচিনা একজন personal opinion share কৰিয়া তো ইটো বি permission ল'ব লাগিব আৰু ইটো বি condemn কৰিব ইটো কি বি পুৰা দবাই দিব বলে তো dictator তো নহয় তো we are not living in a country like a south like Korea, North Korea. It is a democratic country. Itu gone ami kan lago opinion share Korea to ledo accept kurile bi na kurile bi debate kuribi koi kina koa laga kotha ase de. Itu gone ekjon para opinion share Korea to it should not be diverted or itu misinterpret na koribo lage.
Moi tade aro olop supplement koribole mon ase. Itu এতিয়া মহানা প্ৰেসিডেন্ট আৰু ভিপি পৰা কোৱা নিচিনা personal opinion একটা share কৰাৰ পৰা এনেকা show cause notice দিয়া তো it is very unbecoming আৰু আমি যদি আজি লগা press conference তে মই লগা personal opinion একটা share কৰিছে এতিয়া নাগালেণ্ড গভৰ্ণমেণ্টটো ঠিক নাই হৈছে ইটো পৰা নাগা পাব্লিক কান RPP কান কে elect কৰি কিনে গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে বহাই দিবি তেতিয়া নাগালেণ্ডটো ভাল হ'ব কৈ কিনে আমি মই লগা পাৰ্সোনাল অপিনিয়ন ইটো আপুনি আনলা সামনে দি শেয়াৰ কৰিছে কৈ কিনে কালি গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট পৰা মোক শো কজ নোটিছ দিব না দিব হলা ইটো পৰা আমি খান লগা মাজতে এনিকা ঝগড়া কৰি কিনে বাহাৰ মানুহকে মহানকে চাই কিনে হাসি দি কিনে তালি মাৰি থকা পৰাটো আমি খান মিলিব লাগে মিলি কিনে আমি খান কিনা কৰিলে হয় কোন হলিবি আমি খান এজ এ পলিটিক্যাল পাৰ্টি হলিবি অৰ GBs খান হলিবি আমি খান এল্ডাৰ্স খান লিডাৰ্স খান হলিবি সোসাইটি নিমিতে কনসার্ন থাকা পৰা আমি খান লগা স্টেট কাৰণে আমি খান লগা মাটি কাৰণে মৰম থাকা পৰা কোন হলিবি আহি কিনে কাম কৰি আছে ইটো কাৰণে আমি খান মিলি কিনে কাম কৰিছো গলে কিমান সুন্দৰ হ'ব কিমান ভাল হ'ব আমি ইটোহে মেছেজ দিবলৈ মন যায় আছে
এতিয়া কোন কিবি আগের কোৱা নিচিনা we are playing with facts and figures আৰু একজনে যোগে ট্ৰেডিং কৰিব লগা কথা বি নহয় এতিয়া what the RPP will do is will file RTIs মান RTI মাৰা শুরু হৈ যাব দেই we will file RTI with the DC office with the statistical office that births and dead records of তাতে আছে মই খান DTO district transfer office তে মই খান RTI লাগাব মই খান DMC ৰ RTI লাগাব RTI লাগাই কিনা in the last 10 years for example কিমান residential proof certificate issue কৰি কিনা আছে from Dimapur town and based on the residential certificates কিমান birth certificate issue কৰিছে outsider মানুহ খানগে trade license outsider খানগে driver license outsider খানগে ইটো furnish কৰিবি কোনো মহান ইটো কৰা শুরু হৈ যাব দে for too long Nagas have been talking আৰু এতিয়া একটা তালুকদাৰ ইস্যু দে মহানগে অ্যাটাক কৰা শুরু হৈছে নাগা মাজতে জাগৰা কৰা শুরু হৈছে It's so embarrassing. সরম বি আছে তো যদি ঠিক আছে মন মিলাপ কৰি না কাম কৰিব কই না ভাল কৰি না যাব দে পিছলে কথাটো নকবি how do we move forward Nagas খান ইটো লগ কথা কোৱা যাম দে এনিগা embarrassing situation পিছে তো আৰে ঠিক আছে তো anybody can file any RTI তো মই খান বি ঠিক আছে we'll start doing it दूध का दूध पानी का पानी এটো তাতে বেয়া কথা একো নাই that's the truth we'll play with facts and figures and we'll come out with the findings আৰু মই লাষ্ট একটা কথা কম যাদো মোলে ইন্টারভিউ মই কৈছে last time this illegal immigration issue is a time bomb আৰু এটো নাগালা issue আছে it's just that RPP as a political party we are bringing up this issue to the public domain once again. Itu issue to Naga sub stakeholder আছে তো every organization, every tribal body, every political party, we are all stakeholders here. This is not an RPP issue. Itu karne moi khan naga manuan sob milap kore na itu issue lui na jabo lage koi na ekta appeal kore ase, especially the youth organizations. Youth organizations can, they should be spearheading. We are not saying we are spearheading. Kun spearhead kuri jabo as a Naga, we'll also follow them. Holbe ite tak issue do public domain de man ahanai. Mohani first we raise the issue. It doesn't mean that we'll spearhead. Holbe Naga kan ek par milap kuri na jama kuri na kuri sabai habi na for a future generation.
Sir, my first question is GB Association, Dimapur District GB Association, Rajundo President RPP join Naga ke show cause notice dishe. To ito laga upore apni khan show cause notice kiya to respond koribona na korebo. Jabona ne jabo.
Agere coordination show cause notice to Nigeria organization ke hi digo pare do. I can give a show cause notice to my vice president, for example, as to why action should not be taken against him for anti-party activities. Muito gambaro noido. And therefore, the term show cause notice, it's technically invalid. Number one. Number two, I have raised an opinion and I am not answerable to anybody from opinion. Any individual is not answerable to anybody for an opinion raised. If I have defamed the GBs or if my words have brought about communal disharmony, then I can be taken to the court, I can be arrested, FIR can be filed against me. And so the question of going to the GB does not arise.
Sir, next question though, Abdul Qayyum Talukdar laga appointment upore apni khan RPP pura media ekta debi khuda pura apni khan dikhishe. Bolibi to saile sir, 1996 21st May pura appointment shuru hua ase. First to Indrajit Sati tai Hindu Samaj pura, Shri Furqan Uddin tai Muslim Samaj Muslim community pura aro Shri Let V Nihoto Sema. Aro sir ido issue pura do Deputy Commissioner Office Dimapur by issue pura ase. Do sir Abdul Qayyum Talukdar do tai koi ase, tai local documents sab ase. Will be sile appointment order do sile since 1996. So ito laga upore kali Abdul Qayyum Talukdar laga issue de apni kan RTP ba koi ase na Indrajit Sati bhi involved ase. So 1996 laga issues dibi ki koi RTP.
So it goes back to Naga customary law to answer that question. Naga customary, only a Naga GB can be a custodian of Naga customary law and tradition. How can a non-Naga be a custodian of Naga customary law and tradition? Question that I know. Itu government la loophole, government la goldi bra itu iniga chuli ase to tamasha itia. So, we are not against the GB Union Dimapur per se. Holebi debate kurubo lage go to mo itu point di ko ase to. To urban area te tahange olai tebi hatai tebi dismiss kuri tebi la kotha nohi to. Holebi GB nam no cholai gina dusa kiba nam ekta cholo paru na paribo. Kotha. Tahan red coat lagai. Town DB. Our red code to originally issued to village GPs. Aja town de lagai. So it signifies that he is a custodian of Naga customary law and tradition. Whereas again we explain Gurnichina, town there is not applicable. So these are issues which we should be debating and having discourse upon. So Nagaland government ki kore ase tate. Nagaland government should speak out. should give out proper guidelines. To ininga hoishiguli to all these anomalies which you have raised, it can be settled within no time. Holibi to settle problem nai, aro jamela chulubu diasudo. Our state government is also at fault.
George, RPP la stand to achieve do as na ki Abdul Qayyum Talukdar do revoke kuro lagi aru non indigenous ekta bi GP appoint no na urban de appoint no kuro.
Mohalla stand clear ase ki for example Marwari Khan, they have been settled in Nagaland or specifically Dimapur, some, not all, since the 19th century. If you look at the electoral roll of 1963 or the census of 1961, around 500, 600 Muslim names will be there. And we call them indigenous because they have been settled here prior to the formation of statehood. It is only indigenous. Aro, based on that criteria, Marwari Khangi by point Korean as GB. Based on that criteria, New Market TV poila appoint Kurushola, Muslim Manuhange. So we are not against that. Holibi mui kumun jadu mohal stand to. But even though they are non-indigenous, these Nagas, they cannot be custodians of Naga customary law and tradition. The term GP which is conferred to these individuals is inappropriate. And therefore, dusar naam ekta chulai bina. Dusar naam ekta chulai shigulu do issue settled hoishido. But whatever the case may be, non-indigenous people cannot be appointed as GP or by any other name.